Hello, welcome. It's Abidi's Kitchen, and today I will be sharing with you my Channa recipe. Now, Channa is actually chickpeas or garbanzo beans, and it is something that is very common in Guyanese cooking. We use this a lot, and it's a great substitute for vegetarian meals because it is high in protein. For this recipe, you will need Channa or chickpea or garbanzo bean, any brand or kind. And for my recipe today, I am using the dried chickpea. I personally don't like to use the one that is already in the can, but that can be used as well. Onion, garlic, pepper, and this is a very small onion. It is the size of a little tennis ball, and garlic, 3 cloves. Salt, geera, this is a must. The cumin, ground cumin, it's a must. And I have here some chopped up, diced sweet pepper in a variety of colors. This here is my personal added touch in my recipe. I also have here oil, and optional, I have 1/4 pound of diced up chicken breast. Now I'm making this recipe for lunch today, and that is why I'm adding in the chicken there, for a little bit of extra protein and filling. Now, since I am using the chickpea from the pack, which is the uncooked raw dried chickpea, what I did before I went to bed last night was to open the packet, wash it out, and soak it here in a basin of water. And what this did, it allowed it 12 hours of soaking, which is overnight. And as you can see here, the channa or the chickpea has doubled in size, and now this is going to be nice and soft. I will be using a pressure cooker to cook this, which I will have done in like 10 minutes, but you can also boil this. So I'm going to give this a quick rinse now that it is all swollen and doubled in size. And I have my pressure cooker on. Now you can also boil this. It's going to take about 20 minutes or 30 minutes to be done, but the pressure cooker gets it done faster, and since I want this for lunch today, I'm going to go with that option. So here I am over at the stove, and I have on here my pressure cooker. And as I said, if you don't have a pressure cooker, you could use a large pot and you can boil the garbanzo beans or the chickpea, and it's going to take about 20 minutes or 30 minutes to boil. Now I have in my pressure cooker here water coming up to heat, and I'm going to add salt. So just a little average. I've put about 1.5 teaspoon of salt in there in my water, and that should be good enough. Now I have here my beans that I've washed, my channa, and it's been washed twice or thrice. And I'm going to add that in here. And as you can see, my beans is submerged there. I have about 1 inch above the beans is water, and this is good enough when using the pressure cooker. If you're boiling, you would want to fill this pot up more, about halfway, but you won't want it to overboil, or to fill it too much that it will boil over, sorry. Now I'm going to cover this, and I'm going to let this pressure cooker do its thing. It's going to take about 10 minutes, and I'll come back to check on the doneness. So while we're waiting on the channa to boil or to pressure there, it's a good time to peel and clean these and blend them up. But here is where my already homemade seasoning is ready, so I don't have to go do this. I still have some here, and this makes cooking a lot easier for me, especially if it's something I want to whip up very quickly and I need onion, garlic, and pepper. It's already done. So check out my video on this recipe, because this is the base that I use to do a lot of my cooking with. Everything, curries, stews, channa, savory dishes, I use this. It's my seasoning recipe, so do check that out. Just wanted to show you that my channa is on pressuring here, and I'm going to give it 10 minutes. So my timer just beeped, and I'm waiting for the steam to release a little bit on this, and for it to cool down a little bit before I check on my channa to see if it is done. So here my channa is ready. If I could show you here that my beans has been boiled and it's been split, and when you press on it, it easily gives way. Now this is how you want it to be, and if you're boiling it, this is the exact same way you're going to test for it. It's perfect. You don't want this to be too soft or too hard. Now I'm going to strain this. Again, I wanted to show you my channa is draining here, and as you can see, they're individual, but they've split nicely in the middle here, and it is nice and soft. Now this is going to be tasty. You don't want it to be hard, and some of those canned beans, when you buy the canned chickpea that says it's already cooked, it is usually very hard by my standards. So you want it to be a little softer than what is in the can when you buy it. Oil into a large kahari here, and I want this to come up to heat. So into my hot oil I'm going to add my pieces of chicken, and this is optional. A little bit of salt. Black pepper. And I'm just going to let this go for about 2-3 minutes. This is going to cook really fast. Down there, it's been cooking there for 2 minutes, and in case you wanted to know why it's orange, I added a little bit of Sazon, and that's optional as well. And now into there my ground up onion, garlic and pepper mixture. Now if you're doing this vegan without the chicken, when you add the onion, garlic and pepper, you're going to let that saute there for about 2 to 3 minutes to cook out the raw onion and garlic taste. So I'm just going to give that an additional 2 minutes. After about 2 minutes, my sweet pepper and channa. Now my geera or ground cumin, and this is what gives this the nice flavor and the earthy taste. I'm gonna add about 2 teaspoons of ground cumin. It tastes really yummy. And I'm gonna give this a toss. All right, give this a mix. And I'm gonna let this go for about 3 to 5 minutes, and this will be done. My channa has a minute more remaining, and now my finishing touches: a handful of chopped shallot or scallion, and this is ready. It's finished. Turn the stove off, and our channa is ready. And here you have it, our boil and fry channa and chicken, or boil and fry channa, or cooked garbanzo bean, whatever you want to call it. Easy, delicious, simple, and you know, very tasty and filling and protein packed. You can make this a vegan option by omitting the chicken, but I want to add the chicken today because this is for lunch. Now all of the ingredients and measurements will be listed in the description box below. Do give this recipe a try, give it a thumbs up, share, subscribe, and thank you for spending time with us today in Abby's Kitchen. Enjoy. Bye bye.